Are you blind when you're born?
Can you see in the dark?
Can you look at a king? Would you sit on his throne?
Can you say of your bite that it's worse than your bark?
Are you cock of the walk?
When you're walking alone,
Because jellicles are and jellicles do. Jellicles do and jellicles would. Jellicles would and jellicles can. Jellicles can and jellicles do.
when you fall on your head, do you land on your feet?
Are you tense when you sense there's a storm in the air?
Can you find your way blind when you're lost in the street?
Do you know how to go to the heavy side there?
But when the day's hustle and bustle is done, then the Gumby cat's work is but hardly begun. And she finds that the mice will not ever keep quiet. She's sure it is due to
Irregular diet,
and believing that
nothing is done without trying.
she sets right to work with her baking and frying. She makes them a mouse cake of bread and dried peas.
And a beautiful fry of lean bacon and cheese.
Diddly-da, 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 wahoo. Diddly-da, 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 wahoo. Diddly-da, 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 wahoo. Wah-wah, 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 wah-wah. Wah-wah, 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 wah-wah.
The rum-tum tugger is a terrible bore.
When you let me in, then I want to go out. I'm always on the wrong side of every door. As soon as I'm at home, then I like to get about. I like to lie in the bureau drawer, but I make such a fuss if I can't get out. The rum-tum dogger is a curious cat, and there isn't any use for you to doubt it. For he will do as he do, and there's no doing anything about it.
The moments of happiness. We had the experience, but missed the meaning, and approach to the meaning restores the experience in a different form. Beyond any meaning we can assign to happiness, the past experience revived in the meaning is not the experience of one life only, but of many generations. Not forgetting something that is probably quite ineffable.
Oh, how well I remember the old bull and bush, where we used to go down of a Saturday night, where when anything happened it'd come with a rush. For the boss, Mr. Clark, he was very polite. A very nice house from basement to garret, a very nice house, but it was the parrot. The parrot, named Billy McCall, what brought all those folks to the bar. He was the life of the bar. Of a Saturday night, we was all feeling bright, and Lily LaRose, the barmaid that was, she'd say, Billy McCall, come give us a dance on the bar. And Billy would dance on the bar, and Billy would dance on the bar. And then we'd feel balmy in each eye a tear, and emotion would make us all order more beer. Lily, she was a girl what had brains in her head. She wouldn't have nothing, no, not that much said. If it come to an argument or a dispute, she would settle it offhand with the toe of her boot. or as likely as not put a fist through your eye. And when we was happy and just a bit dry, or when we was thirsty and just a bit sad, she would rap on the bar with that corkscrew she had and say, Billy, Billy McCall, come give us a tune on your pastoral flute. And Billy'd strike up on his pastoral flute, and Billy'd strike up on his pastoral flute. And then we'd feel balmy in each eye a tear, and emotion would make us all order more beer. Billy, Billy McCall, come give us a tune on your moly guitar. And Billy strike up on his moly guitar, and Billy strike up on his moly guitar. And then we'd feel balmy in each eye a tear, and emotion would make us all order more beer. Billy, Billy McCall, come give us a tune on your moly guitar. Ah, he was the life of the bar.
McCavity, there's no one like McCavity. He's broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. His powers of levitation would make a fakir stare. And when you reach the scene of crime, McCavity's not there. You may seek him in a basement, you may look up in the air, but I tell you once and once again, McCavity's not there.
McCavity's a ginger cat. He's very tall and thin. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply lined in thought. His head is highly domed. His coat is dusty from neglect. His whiskers are uncombed. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. And when you think he's half asleep, he's always wide awake.
Oh, well, I never was there ever a cat so clever as magical Mr. Mistopheles. He is quiet and small, he is black, from his ears to the tip of his tail. He can creep through the tiniest crack. He can walk on the narrowest rail. He can pick any card from the pack. He is equally cunning with dice. He is always deceiving you into believing that he's only hunting for mice. He can play any trick with a cork, or a spoon and a bit of fish paste. If you look for a knife or a fork, and you think it is merely misplaced, you have seen it one moment, and then it is gone. You'll find it next week lying out on the lawn. And we all say,
Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life, and I mustn't give in. When the dawn comes, tonight will be